Well, go on, guys. This is gonna be a quick one-take video while I mix my protein shake. I'm drinking USM, by the way. Probably the worst flavor I could have chose. It's a French vanilla. This flavor is here. When I'm sleeping in the middle of the night, breathing, I can taste it. But let me not, Yeah, what I genuinely wanted to talk about is how trading really changes your whole identity, changes the person that you are, challenges your current identities. It's such a crazy industry, man. And I wouldn't recommend this industry for everybody because it's tough, man. Like, it really cooks you through and through. You are well done after the industry is done with you and you finally successful and profitable. But the journey to that, speaking from my personal experience and my perspective, trading is one of those things where I've come across it like a while back, and since then I've met so many versions of myself that I'm like, yo, this version of myself needs to go away in order for me to make the trading work, in order for me to consistently be profitable. I cannot be this version anymore. That could relate to one habit or two habits or three habits that I have to cut off in order to optimize my performance in the markets. And it's a long journey, and the more you progress in it, the more you realize that you're kind of refining a whole new identity as you're going, which is so insane and it kind of makes sense because trading is one of those industries where it kind of challenges your basic instincts as a human. Like, it's so tied to the evolutionary nature of humans that's why it's actually so difficult for a lot of people. Like, there are people who say trading is easy. Lies. It's not an easy industry. It's a maintenance industry. But in that sense, like, what I mean by it's tied to the evolutionary nature of humans, is that, bro, it really tests your greed. Like, are you a person who's greedy? That very aspect of yourself, we all have greed from the jump. When you're born, you're a greedy child. You want to take all the toys and all of that. But in trading, it shows you that, yo, greed is not going to work here. You have to challenge it. Are you going to take your profit? Are you going to wait for it to go further? Are you going to over risk to get more? Like, all these things, they are all shown in the markets that if you don't control them, they do cook you. That's the first aspect of it generally changing, like challenging your basic nature as a human. And then it's also tied to your survival instincts. Like, as humans in the modern economy, obviously we've tied survival to money. Obviously, you need money to eat, you need money to shower, you need money to have a home, you need money to maneuver. In this industry, you're trying to make money. So the loss of this, directly or indirectly, challenges these four basic needs. And it's like, when you're trading, at the very core of your mindset, you deep down, you know it, but it's not necessarily verbally said. But deep down, you know that if I lose this, in the long term, I might not be able to feed myself then. Do you get what I mean? So that core instinct is so deeply ingrained in us, and it kind of shows itself in the markets. And that's something that you have to challenge as well. You have to look at your identity and be like, am I a person of faith? Am I a person who believes? Am I a person who trusts the process? Bruh. Yeah, am I a person who trusts the process? Am I gonna let this natural instinct of mine to panic when I lose money ruin my long-term performance? Man, it's so crazy. Like, if you actually deep it, bro, it's mental. Because that's literally how it is. You're in this market to make money, right? For your survival. But in the slightest way, it shows itself that you're not here to trade a system to be consistently profitable. You're here to try to make money. And when that shows itself in the market, what happens? You lose money. You get greedy, you over risk to try to secure money for the long term. And it's like, you're over risking, which in turn makes you emotional. And then you're trading emotions, and then you lose money, which then affects you again. and then you risk more. It's like a vicious loop that you have to consistently challenge, and you have to kill identities that are desperate. You have to kill identities that are stressed. You need to kill identities that are just forceful in life, that are forcing you forcing yourself to be profitable, you're forcing this trade to hit, you're forcing to make this money in order to survive in the long term. These are identities that are consistently, that need to be killed, and it's the only way to survive in the markets, which is like, bruh, I think about these things obviously because I started journaling my trades like a while back, but like I journal more deeply now how I feel, my intent with the trade, how a trade makes me feel, because these things actually, they help you highlight your performance as well. And it's just all about refine. Now that we're aware, let me actually get water in this. Okay, I should actually speed this up because my DJI is gonna die. Okay, but now, where was I? Now that we're aware that trading does challenge these identities and it does bring out these basic natures of ours, it shows you that you intentionally have to be killing these versions of yourself on a daily basis. That's why I say that day trading completely changes your identity. You have to change who you are, you have to change how you think about situations, you have to change your habits. Basically down to the habits, like that's the core part of this as well. Like the habits that shape your performance on a daily basis, you have to change those, and thus changing you as a person, how you think, how you believe. It's even to the point where I actually decided to stop drinking because I used to realize that in the week after drinking, let's say I drink on a Sunday, in that week, my trading performance is different. The fact that it's different, it's not the same as the other weeks. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this. But like, and if you look at the biology of it, the psychology of that is that you're more impulsive when you're drunk. Even if you're not in a drunk state, the days after that, they stole a little bit of something in your system, and you're more likely, even if it's a 1% chance, you are more likely to make an impulsive decision to do something. And that impulse is that trade that you over leverage and then count gone. You get what I mean? So I had to change that little habit that I had of having a casual drink with my friends, because I saw that it kind of does affect my performance. That's me changing now, because I don't drink anymore. It's like, okay, this dude doesn't drink anymore. Like, let's say if I go a month that I'm not trading, then it's like, okay, he can have a drink. But I know that if I'm actively trading, that little thing is gonna affect my performance. Completely change that aspect of my identity. Next thing, if I don't work out and have a good morning routine, the minute I sit down and open my trading deck, I'm not aligned with the whole process, because the process wasn't aligned from the moment I woke up. I didn't train, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Who's to say I'm not gonna do my trading process correctly? You get what I mean? But it's basically, man, these are the small things that you need to realize, that in order to kind of make it in this industry, you kind of have to kill the old self and be aware of your nature. All in all, like, I can confidently say, with the nature of the trading industry, it's one of the only industries that kind of require you to consistently challenge yourself and change your identity, adjust your identity to best suit being consistent and disciplined. Like, the main core identity that you need to be successful as a trader is consistent and disciplined. And that kind of, and you see how you do one thing affects everything else. That whole principle shows very well in trading. And it's crazy because this one industry can force you, just because you want to be a profitable trader, you want to be successful, you want to make all this money, because of that, because of you pursuing this industry, that discipline has to leak and ripple into the rest of your life. And that's what I genuinely mean and basically mean when I say this industry changes your identity, but for the better. So yeah, this is basically me wrapping up this video because I have to drink my shake. And my laptop and my DJI is on 3%. Let's see if it actually lasts a bit longer for the yap session. Nah, see you niggas next time.